What is up? What is up, fam? Bama lamb. Thank you, ma'am. Okay. Oh, alright, so let's get a quick message. See if we can keep this short and sweet. And then it may not. It may not be. We shall see. Ooh, excuse me. Excuse me, gown. Alright, so we're going to get the main cards out. Bottom of the Dn't. What do we have? They had to get out the way so you can grow. I don't even remember making that card or adding that to the deck, but it's definitely a recent addition. Definitely within the last 6 months. They had to get out the way so you can grow. So that just speaks to, you know, any relationships that were around, perhaps ones in which, you know, you were being breadcrumbed, and this, that, and the third. Your ancestors, your spirit guides just had enough, and they say, oh no. In some way, shape, form, or fashion, you know, they walked out of your life, or you pushed them away. I just saw Sagittarius. Saw the Sagittarius card, so you could be dealing with a Sagittarius. This could be in regards to a Sagittarius. You may have Sagittarius in your chart in a major way, somehow. Okay, 2 cards actually came out with that, so we're just going to take those. And I also saw the appreciated card. Okay, so you are possibly now coming to a stage where you can appreciate the things that you've went through, maybe the things that said Sagittarius put you through, or them treating you that bad, treating you in a way that helped you to push them out of your life. Maybe they always knew that they were, you know, going to be stagnant to your growth in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Maybe because they weren't mature enough, they weren't ready, or maybe they were, you know, just too advanced for you at that particular time, and they saw that what they were doing was manipulation, because they had an upper ground in some way, shape, form, or fashion, and that where you were at the time, it wouldn't, you know, you wouldn't have been able to process all that is or was needed at the time. So bottom of the deck of the first set of clarifiers is pull you out of character. Okay. It says battle is won within the ethers. Spirit fights your battles. Someone may try to start a fight. Don't entertain. Again, this is clarified. This is joined with, they had to get out of the way so you could grow. And then the next bottom of the deck card is he or she's just not that into you. They use people for ego boost. Okay, so that latter story or way of looking at things in regards to them having to get out of the way and them being more spiritually elevated than you, I think we can scratch that. They have to get out of the way so that you can grow even more, because their way of keeping you stagnant is breadcrumbing you, is doing the things to pull you out of your character. Because if they can pull you out of your character and you go back and forth arguing with them, that is a way that they can siphon your energy, and that's the way they can be an energy vampire and drain your energy. That is a way for them to keep you roped into the cat and mouse game. The theme of the card, again, haters are truly just hype men. Okay? So this person was a hater. You got some haters out there trying to pull you out of character. They're really not into you. They just want to use you for your high vibing energy. These type of people targets high vibing people so that they can siphon their energy to use towards their own abundance. Right? First card that we're going to clarify is you expose something. Now they see that their plan won't work. Okay? You see them for who they are. You see that they are just trying to be an energy vampire, just trying to pull you out of character. You see that this person really doesn't truly love you. They're just using you for the energetic benefits that they get. Like your beautiful, powerful energy helps them to be more creative. It invigorates them, but they're not really into you for who you are. And these people had to get out the way so that you can grow, because they were stifling your energy. The first card to clarify, what is this? Yeah. So the first card to clarify, you expose them. Now they see their plan is not going to work on you. Look at that, shift paradigm. And I really thought that this little message on the side had something to do about paradigm. It didn't, but the first clarifier did. You shifted your paradigm. And in you shifting your paradigm, you see through the bullshit, okay? The things that this person may have was hiding, you expose the breadcrumbing, you expose the gaslighting, you expose the superficiality of the relationship and of said person, and you have to get rid of them. Generational curse in action, okay? And this person is operating out of a generational curse, right? You've shifted your paradigm. You have elevated above operating in a generational curse. You have come to help heal your bloodline, to heal yourself. The next card that we have to clarify is allow the connection to fizzle out. Wow. And then we have in love with potential. And we spoke about potential in the last reading. Right? These people want to keep you on the hook with potential when they may know that they'll never fully be that realized person. Or they definitely at that particular point in time, they know that they're not going to do the work. They have no thoughts about even trying to really become that. They just talk a good game. So allow the connection to fizzle out. Once you expose something about a person, the connection is going to fizzle out. And Spirit says allow it to. Don't try to keep fighting for it, because this person is not into you. And if they come back in, they're just trying to pull you out of character just to see if they still got their hooks in your back. See if they can still control you. All right, first card to clarify, allow the connection to fizzle out is no doubt. You need to have no doubt on yourself, no doubt within your confidence. And so you have star power. That's the reason why they want to attach themselves to you, to try to drain your energy. But you got to release this person so that you can grow. Okay? And while you were in a relationship, you probably gave it your all. because we do have give it your all at the bottom of the no doubt card. You probably gave it your all. That's why it's so hard for you to allow it to fizzle out. But Spirit is asking you to do that. One way that would help you is doing breathing exercises. And while you do your breathing exercise, visualize your a beautiful diamond etheric aura surrounding your diaphragm and your lungs. There's some healing that needs to happen within your lungs and your diaphragm. Like the situation may bring in a lot of anxiety for you. It may tickle and stir up, things that you've worked through in regards to generational curses. So it may stir some things back up to the top and put you in the energy and of anxiety, of frustration. Oh, it's happening again, blah, 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 blah. But again, they had to get out the way so you can grow. Know that this is spiritually orchestrated. When you start separating from people, know that it is spiritually guided. Right? Because this person is a hater, and Spirit has to move them out of your way, out of your spirit. They should not be benefiting off your beautiful, loving, light, healing energy. Because you wear your heart on your sleeve. You operate in Wu Wei, Wu Wei, Wu Wei, Wu Wei, Wu Wei. I just want to try to remember to chant that. But you allow your heart to direct your movement, and these people are taking advantage of that, or this person was taking advantage of that. The next part that we're clarifying is sowing confusion. Okay, so you got someone around you sowing confusion, because you've exposed them, and now they see that their plan isn't working. So now they are scattering to try to figure out new ways to pull you out of your character. Allow your spirit team to handle it, because like the pull you out of character card says, your battles are won in the ethers. And we learned within the last read that we have a new team. We got new spiritual warriors on our side, working with us, having our backs. Okay, so look, entrapping you, I've trapped myself. They tried to trap you again in this cycle of going round and round with them, but you've exposed their tactics. You've shifted your paradigm, and you are stepping away from this person that is currently operating within a generational curse. And part of that is them sowing confusion. The first and part of, again, when they sow confusion and try to pull you out of character, that's a way of them saying, okay, I still got my hooks in them. That's them seeing that, I still got them in my trap. But you freed yourself, and now they're in that trap by themselves. In them trying to trap you, they have trapped themselves in a continuous karmic cycle that they're going to have to live out with, that generational curse. They have added more stock into their generational curse. And that's why they have to get out of the way, because they keep adding on more bullshit. And it's even like 10 times when they try to fuck with you, because you are you are very special in the eyes of Spirit. God damn, they fucked with the wrong one. Because look, we have Segment here, okay? Segment don't play about you, okay? We've been getting a lot of the Egyptian Pantheon energy coming through within the last few reads. We had Anubis and Basset come out in one reading. Now we got Segment here. Segment don't play, okay? She don't play. And so these people have really fucked up. They got Segment on their ass now, and she's here to protect you. So she's fucking their asses up in the ethers. Remember, Spirit fights your battles battles are won in the ether. She is putting a whooping on their ass in the ethers, but she also, her other loving energy, the other side of her, the loving energy, she is giving you and empowering you to alchemize the bullshit that these people have put you through. And you definitely have alchemized that shit, right? And you've turned it into something that will help to benefit you. You learned the lesson, and now you are strengthened, and a layer has fallen off of your eyes, and you're seeing clearly with the expose. Okay, you've exposed something about a certain person, and now their tactics aren't working. Next card that we're going to clarify, we have Uncle here. Okay, so this could be an older gentleman, an older energy, definitely a male energy, and you've exposed them for the works. The next card that we're clarifying, that's clarifying the Uncle card, is 9 deep breaths, and we spoke about a breathing exercise. It says take 9 deep breaths, the Qigong exercise, which is you exhale going down, inhale coming up. So you do this sitting down, hands on your knees, and you go all the way down and come up. So I'm gonna make sure that I do that after this read, because my table is blocking me. I need to do the things. But you are taking your power back from said Uncle. Again, look, and the next card to clarify is they are not taking responsibility. And with them not taking responsibility, that may again put you in this anxious energy. Spirit says just breathe. Just breathe. Don't react, because your reaction will help to take off some of their pain, because your reaction may cause you to bring karma onto yourself. Let us handle it. You just take 9 deep breaths, visualize a diamond etheric healing aura and light around your diaphragm and your lungs when you do this breathing exercise. Again, when I saw this Uncle card, I'm like, I don't want to always see the Uncle as a actual predator, you know what I'm saying, or someone that is foul, you know. But I literally just got off the phone with a friend, and he was talking about how this young man that was set to be king, how his uncles were seeking to kill him because they didn't want him to have the throne, right? So for some reason there's negative energy surrounding that Uncle energy. A lot of young girls have stories of uncles in the actual abuse arena. It's kind of late for a trigger warning, but you may have someone again that is not, they're not taking responsibility for the things that they have done. They had to get out of the way so that you can grow, right? They have to get out of the way so that you can grow. So I feel like Spirit is whooping they ass. They are getting their karma, right? These people that try to use others for their ego boost, for selfish reasons, they have trapped themselves and they are getting fucked up. Spirit says, have no doubt about it. They're getting their ass whooped. And don't allow them or people to come in and try to make you sympathize for that in it for them. Because anyone with a loving heart, sometimes they still find a way to sympathize or empathize, especially empaths, with people who have done wrong. Spirit says, you just take some deep breaths and release it, hand it over, allow us to handle it. So we have withholding praise. All right. So again, that goes to, like, it doesn't have to be the extreme of actual abuse or someone trying to kill you, but it could just be that older masculine energy that withhold praise. withhold giving you your props or whatever. That's a form of manipulation to make you feel less than. But Spirit says make sure you have confidence. Even confidence is here on this no doubt card. You know, do not doubt yourself. Do not doubt your star power. These people take advantage and hurt you, abuse you to try to kill that star power light that is within you. Just take some deep breaths. Say your affirmation. You know, do the Wu Wei. The affirmations. It should be a crown to be so fabulous. It should be a crown to be so fabulous. Okay? Fuck you, a fly ass motherfucker. And this is talking about in every area of your life, not just a superficial thing. Okay? So remember that it's not just superficial. It's an all-around fabulousness that you have. It's an all-around flyness that you have, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. Okay? First card to clarify withholding praise, we got 3 cards here. We have applying or mastering a new skill. Okay? With the this is Knight of Pentacles energy. It's like you are applying and you're mastering a new skill. And that new skill is to not have doubt. To stop doubting yourself. Even when people withhold praise, you be your biggest hype man. Because sometimes your hype man can actually be a hater. They're disguising themselves just to get into your inner circle. So just keep your eye out for people who try to pull you out of character. People that are close to you that you think are your hype man, that you think really support you. They may be a hater. They may not be into you in the way that you think they are. They may just be around for clout. With, you know, people use people for ego boosts. They may just be around for clout. Okay, just to say they get props for saying that they know you, that they can call you, or whatever, that they have access to you. Next card we're clarifying is sexual perversion, and this is in the same row with the uncle card. Okay, so you may be applying and mastering a new skill of, even though your heart, you operate in Wu Wei and you let your heart direct your movement, and so you may give to this person or whatever, or you're used to people pleasing and giving to people. You're now exercising and applying a new skill of discernment and even if it's not discernment, you just not getting too friendly too soon type shit. You're not allowing someone to paint a picture and paint this whole fantasy that will allow those panties to drop sooner, because you feel like, oh, they truly love me, they truly care about me. It may all just be a front. You know what I'm talking about? So make sure, keep them legs closed. You make sure you set boundaries and you don't give too much access to your energy too freely to certain people. And look at that, mind over heart. You need to make mind over heart and flesh decisions. Look, it literally says, don't be seduced. Don't be seduced. Look, it says trying to make you feel sorry for them. Okay, so somebody may have like these little sad stories. You know how married men do. They'll make you have this whole sad sob story about their wife and how they don't have sex with them and this, that, and the third. And that's their way of making you to pull on your heartstrings, make you want to care for them, make you want to nurture them. And at the end of the day, they have no plans on leaving their wife. If you were that miserable, why haven't you left yet, sir? If you were that miserable. Or they have all these sad sob stories about how women took advantage of them and this, that, and the third. Sir, what did you do? I'm sure you had a part to play in this. Even if you didn't you do, because there's something within you that attracted that type of person or woman in your life. So you need to go within and do the work, and not, instead of placing all of the blame on someone else. And I feel like you've been through that too, but instead of you putting all the blame on someone else, you did the work. They had to get out of the way so you can grow. You did the work so that you can grow, and you saw how you played a part in it, But again, you've shifted your paradigm. So breath, air equals consciousness, right? I literally had a friend tell me this story, and I'm not sure if I grasped the full concept of it or understand it, or if I'm gonna tell it right. But he literally just told me this story about this really conscious rapper was saying how breath is consciousness, because if you hold your breath for 4 minutes, what's going to happen? If you deprive yourself of oxygen for 4 minutes, what will happen? You're going to pass out. All right? It's not that you're not still alive. You just have lost consciousness because of the lack of air. So breath is consciousness. So breathing exercises, you need to utilize them more often at this time. That's a practice that you should really exercise and get into. I think I have a book on breathing exercises that I need to I need to find and read. Maybe there's a breathing exercise in there that I feel like I can share. Every time I say I'm gonna go do this and I'm gonna share it, I never really do. So I'm not gonna say that out loud. If it happens, it happens. But at the end of the day, we got the internet, the World Wide Web. There's so many places in which you can go and get information about different breathing exercises. But remember, add the extra layer of visualizing your diaphragm and lungs encased in a diamond etheric healing aura of pink and green. I'm going to say, because that came out in the last reading. We're going to apply that to our diaphragm and our lungs. You may want to look at a picture in which shows you where your diaphragm and lungs are, so that you can have a better idea of where that would be on your body. The lungs are attached to the zodiac sign Gemini, so I would assume that that would include your diaphragm, but also the Gemini is connected to your arms. So maybe you can do some arm movements while you're doing your breathing exercises. Tap into that Gemini energy. I would end the read there, since I did want this to be something since I did want it to be quick. But I think I might do one more thing. If I can find the specific deck that I'm looking for, we'll do it. So hold the line. All right, family. All right, so I found a few things I've been looking for. But I have my Egyptian deck here. So let's just see what energy comes out. I'm going to pick one card from this. Okay. Either it's going to give us another energy that we can pull on, invoke within ourselves to help us to overcome this energy, to help whomever this person is, to allow them to be revealed. Okay, so I just pulled the energy of Bess. Bruh. And literally, guess who came out of the bottom of the deck? And I didn't want to look at the bottom of the deck because I'm like, I don't want to have to go into another definition to read. Sekhmet. Bottom of the deck. She comes through bottom of the deck. And I do have a Sekhmet statue here. I actually have an Anubis statue as well, the jackal. So you kind of have like a, half human, half dog energy. And I also have a Beset energy here. I always want to stroke her for some reason. Oh, I love it. But Bess, he kind of gives that the trickster energy, not so much as trying to trick people, but like the jester energy. So let's I didn't know I had a card in the book. I have Newt. I don't feel like just doing a whole bunch of searching, so he's in the Akhut family. He's on page 96. 96 breaks down, what, 9 and 6 is 15, breaks down to a 6, 96 though, which is healing. Number 6 is healing energy. Alright, so the meaning of Bess is to advance. It says leopard and fire, so he gets fire energy as well. It says Bess is shown as a dwarf god, so he's short, with a huge bearded head and squat bowed body. The skin he wears is from the leopard family. So I don't see no spots on him on the picture, but anyway, its tail touches the ground behind him. His name derives from Bisa or Basu, the name of the animal whose skin he wears. He squats behind and holds a symbol that is the earliest form of the Ankh. So if you don't know what the earliest form of the Ankh looks like, that is what he is holding. An emblem signifying magical protection. Okay, magical protection. So if you're a painter or someone that draws, perhaps you can create like an amulet that you can carry in your wallet, purse, in your car, or whatever. He's surrounded by fire. A god of laughter, joy, and pleasure. Bess is much loved by the Egyptians. So again, with this person trying to pull you out of character and all of that, Spirit says your battles will run in the ethers. What you need to focus on is joy, laughter, and pleasure. Don't allow these people to pull you out of character. They're not into you. They're not into you for the right reasons. It don't even fucking matter, because you are into you and you are focusing on the things that make you happy. And if said person isn't making you happy, obviously they're not. If they're trying to pull you out of character, they're not trying to make you happy. If they're trying to seduce you into doing things that you don't initiate yourself, put a stop to it and say, nope, that's not happening. Either walk away or make them shift their energy onto something else. Okay. Bess was much loved by the Egyptians. And his character can be found in the Greek figure of Pan, the god of nature and ecstasy, as well as in the Greek Dionysus and the Roman god Bacchus, who also exemplified this quality of divine inebriation. Divine inebriation. Divine inebriation. I want to be inebriated by the divine, of ecstasy, pleasure, laughter, joy. Do some deep breaths in that energy. We're not focusing on this uncle energy, on these people not taking responsibility. When they start going through that karma, you just stay in that energy of joy, laughter, and pleasure. Laugh, be happy. Like, we're not worried. We're not worried about that. We're not worried about them. That makes me, this little chart on the back make me think about there were some dice that came with this deck of cards in this book that you roll, and then you get the numbers and you find out. But anyway, I wish I knew where they were. Best is described as originating in equatorial Africa, possibly introduced into Egypt by early invaders. The early pharaohs were known for their custom of keeping pygmy for the court's entertainment. And pygmies, I guess, can be like dwarfs. A tradition followed by medieval European kings. Although the dwarf later became nothing but a buffoon, and the real nature of the principle he symbolized was forgotten. So this, a lot of this energy, I feel some type of way, honestly, because it's not their original. Like, even when it comes to Best, it says he was brought into Egypt by the early invaders. So, I'm feeling some type of way right now, at this very moment. But, we're going to keep going. It's about the message at the end of the day. So, we don't have to get too technical about things. This is me talking to me, because I'm about to throw it all away. Because I'm like, is this, if this is not the original information from my people? But we got to know that all things work for the good, right? All things work for the good, and so we can make this work for our good. Anyway, Best was a god of pleasure, and his image adorned mirrors sacred to Hetert, pillows, and cosmetic jars. When he is shown playing a harp, Best is also a patron of music and dancing. Alright, so go out and enjoy some music. Go out and dance. Do the things that bring you laughter, joy, and pleasure. Create music. Really tap into your creative energy even the more, to give these haters even more to fucking hate about. Don't allow them to pull you out of character or distract you, to put doubt in you. You have star power, so continue to feed that creative energy that is within you. Don't worry about the things that try to pull you out of character. Even I can apply that to this, reading this thing. Don't allow it to pull you out of character. Focus on the message. Focus on the bottom line. Ashe. In fact, he presided over all of the enjoyments of the human senses. So you can call on that Best energy to help you to really enjoy what it means to be human. You can call on Best to maybe amplify the personal masturation. There's a B in there somewhere. So that you don't have to be searching or feel like you need another person to come in. He can make it so enjoyable. You know what I'm saying? Because this person is sound like someone is trying to seduce you. So if you get seduced, deny them, but take care of yourself. I'm gonna say 9 times out of 10 it'll be better. A better nut. But you put your focus into that energy, it can be a better nut, more fulfilling, and way safer than dealing with all the other entities, the energies that comes with connecting intimately with someone else. It says another aspect of Bes was his presence in the birth chamber as a powerful protector of the mother and child. So he's protecting this new creative energy that you're about to birth as well. So again, allow Bes to help amplify you going at it alone and just empowering yourself, being that confident person, not having any doubt in regards to what you're embarking on, because spirit fights your battles in the ethers. You just have to listen to your intuition and just follow and be guided, and allow yourself to be guided, and be mindful and conscious. Do your breathing exercises. Make sure you're grounded in the moment so you can fully take in all of the facts and information that is available so that you can make the right decision. Ground yourself. Do breathing exercises. When you feel riled up, do the breathing exercises and make sure you visualize the lungs and the diaphragm while you're doing that, to receive in all of the information. All right. As protector, he assumed the nature of a warrior god carrying knives to destroy the enemy. Aset refers to Bes as protecting the limbs of her child, Heru. And in the Duat, he protected as well as entertained the deceased. Ashe. So if you have some ancestors that passed on, you can be like, Bes, go entertain my family. They need some entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Nah. But anyway, the word Bes-Sheta means secret initiation. And Bes is a powerful keeper of the threshold. Secret initiation and keeper of the threshold. He is the giver of initiation into hidden realms where even Heru is forbidden to enter without his permission. Okay? So we're growing deeper. Bes can also be a helper for your ancestors on the other side to strengthen them. As I said before, maybe you are sent here to make that connection, to command that connection. In later times, Bes was worshipped as a sun god, assimilating both the forms of Heru as a child and of Atum as an old man. One description has Bes with the body and wings of a hawk. I didn't know that. And literally outside, when I was on the phone with my friend, from what I saw and what I deduced, I said this was going to be a short read. I kind of figured it wasn't going to be. What I deduced from what I saw a bird. And the bird was he looked bigger. I couldn't really tell as far away. It could have been a hawk. And I saw a group of birds attacking the hawk. It looked like they were all a group of black birds. And each one of them took a jab of poking at the hawk. And the hawk just kept flying, trying to get away. Eventually, I walked to where I could see them because they did go out of my eyesight for a minute. And eventually they did leave him alone. But I didn't know what that was about. But keep flying. They'll get tired. Eventually, keep flying high. Don't give up. And shake that shit off. There's a lot of little nagging things, but the hawk just kept flying, and it's funny, I assumed that the bigger bird was a hawk, and then here comes Bess coming out as a hawk, stating, I'm reading now that, part of his description has him with the body and wings of a hawk. It says, joined with the body of a strong young man and the head of a very old man. Okay, so that gives that wise beyond your years type energy that I feel like we brought and talked about in the previous read as well. You may be younger, but you are wise beyond your years. Right? It says, in another image on the Metternich stele, it says, we see the head of the old man who renews his youth, and the aged one who maketh himself once again a boy. So you may be part of that generation that is older, but looks like you're 19. Like it's like you don't age, And I feel that people who embody that, there may be a connection to this best energy, right? A connection to he kind of gives that Eshu energy as well when we're speaking about the Orisha pantheon of E5. It says above that of Horus, and this is Horus right here. You always see his crown, which he takes the form. I got a lot of things around him, so I can't show him, but he has a bird, a face of a bird, and I think it's an eagle, but it could be a hawk or a falcon. I'm not sure. But placed above that of Horus, the god of renewed life. Horus is the god of renewed life and of the rising sun, to show that the two heads represent, after all, only phases of one and the same God. Okay, so there's a connection between, it seems like it's saying there's a connection with Bess and Horus, but also Horus is also Heru. If you know Heru, I think he evolves into Horus, or maybe it's vice versa. Either way, part of this says that Bess can give access to the hidden realms where even Heru is forbidden to enter without his permission. So even Bess is has more power than Horus in certain realms. It says Bess contains the secret of transformation within his misshapen. But anyway, I wanted to go back to transformation because we've been going through major transformation at this time. Remember, we had the card shift your paradigm. Transformations is a shift of paradigms as well. And Bess contains the secret of transformation. Finding that joy, that happiness, and that laughter, because there's a lot of chaos happening while one is going through a major transformation. It's a lot of moving parts, and Spirit wants you to remain grounded when going through those things, because with things being so chaotic, it may be easy for someone to pull you out of character. Remain grounded. Focus on the things that bring you pleasure. Don't allow yourself to be seduced during this time, because again, this could be someone blocking your initiation. You may be going through an initiation right now, because the word Besheta means secret initiation, and he is the keeper of the threshold. Okay, so I feel like you're about to go through the threshold into the initiation. You may be going through a secret initiation type shit, and you got these haters, all those little black birds that I saw trying to pick at you, and you know what I'm saying, to block you because they don't understand your gift, or they may be jealous of your gift or whatever. but just keep flying, and that those energies are going to fall away and fall off. Do not succumb to the seduction. Do not succumb to their attacks. Actually, be unbothered by that shit, because your spirit team got you. Period. With his misshapen, animal-clad body, Best contains the secret of transformation within his misshapen, animal-clad body. So you contain the secret of transformation even through the misshapen events that may have happened in your life, because you didn't allow yourself to succumb. You didn't give up. In the said SED festivals, the tail represented the energy from the earth and assimilated into the body. So the tail kind of keeps them connected to the 3D and mind. The head is in the air, so more of the 5, 6, the higher dimensions. In the earth/flesh, the fire of transformation is contained, and it is through pleasure, through ecstasy of best, that this creative fire is liberated to nourish and rejuvenate not only the physical body, but also other invisible and more subtle bodies. Okay? So understand that you giving your body over to these people, you may be wasting precious energy that is for you, that is to nourish and rejuvenate you. And it rejuvenates not only your physical body, but even the other invisible and more subtle bodies. Okay, that fire of transformation is contained within the body and in the flesh. The fire of transformation is contained and it is released. It says, and it is through pleasure, through the ecstasy of best, that this creative fire is liberated to nurture and rejuvenate. So again, stay connected to laughter and joy and pleasure. Those are great ways to help relieve that fire of transformation that is contained in your body. Remember, we're going through this cellular transformation, and there may be there's a lot of moving parts, there's a lot of chaos, but a way to release that is through laughter, joy, and pleasure. But again, contain that with, make sure you're finding that within yourself, and those really intimate ways of releasing that pleasure. Make sure you're not opening yourself up to someone who is disgusting, spiritually speaking, okay? Whose only reason of being around you is for clout and to drain your energy. We want that energy to be used wisely. Okay? So the divinatory meaning for best is the promise of pleasure and fulfillment. So with him coming out, it is just that reassurance and a promise that you will get through this. You shall overcome. They had to get out of the way so that you can grow. That whatever that's been trying to attack you is going to be moved out of the way. Those haters are going to be moved out of the way. The people who are not really into you for who you are, people who are just around for an ego boost, for clout, those people are going to be removed. Anybody trying to pull you out of character, that are stuck in a generational curse, that refuse to take accountability, they are being exposed and they will be removed. Allow the connection to fizzle out. He's the divinatory meaning is rejuvenation and joy and access to a forbidden dimension. We are being given access to a hidden dimension. Okay? Sekhmet is protecting you. And, it just is what it is. Let me put this back in the box they go in, because I'm ready to kind of, let me just put it back in the box that they go in. Because I'm about to start mixing up my decks. Ain't nobody got time for that. And I don't know if I shared that. I found something else that I was looking for, that I literally had just talked to my friend about. I was like, let me find that card. Let me find the inspiration. Or whatever. But this is the Modern Goddess deck. So the name of this box of cards is the Guardian. So we're just seeing what other guardians that we can, what other guardian energy we can utilize during this time. So I'm gonna get one more, and then we'll go ahead and shut it down. The Healer. Okay, I'm not going to read the bottom of the deck, but we are going to look at it. What do we have? Artemis. She is a warrior as well. So Artemis may be out there. Her weapon is the bow and arrow. I actually created an Artemis beaded necklace. You know, so I'm not mad at it. Let's go to the contents. Anyway, I had a name for it. I don't feel like trying to remember. The Healer. 241. That gives us, reduces to 7. 7 is that number of sacred, of spirituality. Okay. The key word is healing, for the healer, of course. The symbols are healing herbs, nature, bare feet on the ground. Again, grounding energy. So we need to tap into our healing energy. These people, these haters, know that we are a healer. That's why they want to drain our energy. We need to set healthy boundaries in that regard. If we know that we're going around certain people, we need to encase ourselves in a etheric aura of protection to block on any unwanted energies. Affirmation: I deserve to be healthy, thriving, and happy. I deserve to be healthy, thriving, and happy. I deserve to be healthy, thriving, and happy. Okay, so it's good to say that affirmation to push off any negative energies, haters, or whatever seeking to drain you. I deserve to be healthy, thriving, and happy. So that's a form of protection. A mantra that will help to protect your energy. It says, meet the archetype. Our healer is in her favorite place, her herb garden. She loves tending to the various plants so she can use their magic and medicines when needed. She also finds the very act of tending to her garden healing in itself. She has a deep connection to her body and needs strengthening her ability to connect and heal others. She is aware of how many different healing modalities can work to soothe and repair people's minds, bodies, and souls, and knows that healing is not a linear process. Exactly. All wounds, illnesses, and diseases take different times and methods to heal. The healer's touch leaves people and places better than when she found them. The divination meaning: no more excuses. It's time to heal. You're being called out by your inner self, guides, and the universe. Do what needs to be done for yourself. No more hiding. You have likely been putting other people first and not making yourself a priority. We spoke about people pleasing. Now your tank is running on empty. Make your healing a priority. Incorporate it into your routine before you find yourself too burnt out, sick, or bedridden. If you aren't sure where to start, it's time to consult a healing professional, doctor, mental health professional, shaman, naturopath, naturopathic doctor, whatever works best for you to get you on the way. Work with the healer card by scheduling time off every week and stick to it. Drink herbal teas. Always research the herbal teas without any sugar, and drink plenty of water during the day. And the last but not least, find a healing buddy to help you stay on track and carry out a healing spell to cement your commitment to healing to the universe. The shadow meaning of the healer. And I'm just going to read everything that comes with this, and you can decide and discern or deduce what you need to take, whether it's the divinatory meaning or if the shadow meaning applies to you. I'm leaving that all up to you, because that is going to help you grow spiritually, so that you don't be dependent upon different videos, different readers. Anyone that is a guide or helps you should always remind you that you can do this yourself, so and they should empower you, and you can. It says, oh boy, someone has been on a bit of a destructive path lately. If this is you, you are heading down a road that does not have a happy ending. It is never too late to make positive healing choices in your life, so start today. If this card represents someone in your life, remember to take care of yourself. You cannot do someone else's healing work for them, and love doesn't mean you have to tie yourself to their sinking ship, period. Ain't that what Bess was telling us? Hey, these people have been sowing certain seeds. They may be getting that karma. You focus on you. Laughter, joy, healing. Don't connect yourself to a sinking ship. Love them from a distance. You're not responsible for someone else's healing work. You can't do it for them. If you have a conversation with them about getting help and starting to heal, this is a sign to do that. Like I said, you can guide them, you can lead by example. If it is dangerous, toxic, or abusive, you need to get out now. Heal with the healer. So there's 3 ways that you can heal with the healer. Admit out loud to yourself and someone you trust that you're struggling and need help. 2, work with any shame you have about your situation, whether it could be this uncle and sexual perversion that that perhaps accompanied that. We're making mind over heart decisions. We're not being emotionally attached. Okay? So work on any shame you have about your situation. Don't believe the negative self-talk. You are not alone, nor are you the first person to be where you are. Number 3, be clear about the boundaries in your relationships and life, because it may be time to get them back. It may be time to get them back. The boundaries, I'm assuming is what they're talking about. Be clear about the boundaries in your relationships and life. Be clear, because it may be time for you to get them back. Get those boundaries back up. Artemis is here to help us with that. I'm not even going to bother. I was going to read her joint. Not going to do it. We'll be here forever. We're already, I said, we're going to make this short. And this is already longer than any other read that I've done in a very long time. That's crazy. Crazy work. But anyway, family, that's what I have for you. I hope they helped in some way, shape, form, or fashion. I love you all. And until next time.